Consumerism is a social and economic order that encourages the purchase of goods and services in ever greater amounts. This is achieved by marketing campaigns and advertising that make you buy products and services you do not need. However, in economics, it usually refers to a movement which promotes the right and safety of the consumer. It arose in the early 1900s as people grew increasingly concerned about consumer safety and manufacturing methods. The theorist behind consumerism was Thorstein Veblen. Thorstein Veblen was born in Kato, Wisconsin, July 30, 1857. He was an American economist and socialist and a leader of the institutional economics movement. Veblen did graduate work at Johns Hopkins University under Charles Peirce, the founder of the Pragmatist School in Philosophy. He then later received his PhD in 1884 at Yale University. Besides his technical work, he was a popular and witty critic of capitalism, as shown by his best-known book, The Theory of the Leisure Class. The Theory of the Leisure Class, an economic study of institutions, was conceived in 1899. The primary reason it was theorized appears to be his attack on the rational expectations theories that continue to dominate the discipline. Only in recent years, with the rise of such theories as butterfly economics, is Veblen being given serious consideration by economists. The Theory of the Leisure Class, an economic study of institutions, proposes that economic life is driven by the remains of the social stratification of tribal society, rather than by social and economic utility. In the Theory of the Leisure Class, an economic study of institutions, Veblen presented the principles of conspicuous consumption and conspicuous leisure. Conspicuous consumption is the application of money and other resources to display a higher social status. Example, the use of silver flatware at meals, although flatware made of other materials would serve the same function. Conspicuous leisure is the extended length of time that a person devotes to a pleasurable pursuit that grant him a higher social status. For example, to be a gentleman, a man must study philosophy and the fine arts, which were of limited economic value towards earning a living. Apart from social visible goods, there are different forms by which to achieve a higher social status. If you're the leader or head of something that falls under common ground amongst all people, your social status will grow. For example, the Pope's status in religion. Another form derives from the barbarian culture of conquest, domination, and exploitation, wherein once in control, the conquerors assigned the labor-intensive jobs to the vanquished people, and for themselves assumes the military profession and other less labor-intensive work, the elementary leisure class, and thus a higher social status. This is done by force. About author, book, and thesis of The Theory of the Leisure Class, the American intellectual H. L. Mencken said, "Do I enjoy a decent bath because I know that John Smith cannot afford one, or because I delight in being clean? Do I admire Beethoven's Fifth Symphony because it is incomprehensible to congressmen and Methodists, or because I genuinely love music?" Attempts at a definite denotation of the theory of conspicuous consumption have been criticized as elitist, most notably the pertinent works of Herbert Marcuse, wherein a group of hyper-educated people is empowered to define what items of consumption become luxury commodities. In The World Philosophers, The Lives, Times, and Ideas of the Great Economic Thinkers, 1953, Robert Heilbronner said that the economic and sociologic theories of Thorstein Veblen have limited contemporary application because the studies are specific to the societies of the United States and the city of Chicago. For me, the satirical usage of the word evolve in describing the socio-economic behavior of the leisure class underscore the proposition that the social class cannot evolve, given its human nature, and because the concept of evolution by natural selection is inapplicable to an industrial society whose fundamental system of values remains that of a barbarian tribe from the feudal period of human history. Money, money.